Hey guys, welcome to Noob To Pro, a series where I teach you all the math concepts you need to know to become a math wizard. This episode, we are learning about percentage and some tricks so that you can find it a bit fast. So first, what is percentage? We've never done this before. What exactly is it? So percentage is a part of a number. It is similar to like fractions, which were parts of numbers, but those have a division. This is denoted with the percent symbol, which looks like that. So first, we can say that number 1 is equal to 100%, and this is the beginning of all percent. Using this, we can see that 1% is 0.01. And now I'm going to show you the formulas for figuring out percentage. So for percentage, we have three numbers. First, we have p% of n is equal to a. So p is the percent. So let's say it's 50%. N is the number, so 50% of 25. And a is the answer. So now these are the formulas for figuring out a, p, and n. So for figuring out a, you will do p multiplied by n divided by 100. For p, you will be doing a multiplied by 100 divided by n. And then for n, you will be doing a multiplied by 100 divided by p. In this episode, we are only going to be doing figuring out a, but there will be a short coming out later which will include p and n. So now let's begin. We are going to figure out first what is 50% of 36. So using the formula p times n over 100, this is p and this is n. So we will start off. Remember, it was written that 1 is equal to 100%. So don't say that this is 0.5, this is 50 only. We will be forgetting that this is a percent. That is why we divided by 100. So we will do 50 times 36 and divided by 100. Now we can just cancel out these zeros. Now over here there's a 10 and a 5, so we can cancel this and turn this into a 2. And then we can cancel this and turn it into an 18 and cancel this into a 1. And now we have 18. So 50% of 36 is equal to 18. Another way that you could do this is actually by doing that decimal thing. This is harder because you have to do it like this. 0.5 is 1 over 2. So you can say this is 1 over 2 times 36, which is just 36 over, why did I put a 6? 36 over 2, that can also give you 18. But the answer for this is 18. Now this is going to be a harder question. 42% of 74. To do this, we will be doing 42 times 74 over 100. Now solving this, not that easy. We can divide both numbers by 2 because 100 is divisible by 4. So this will become 21 and this is going to become 37, I think. And this is going to become 25. Now none of these numbers are divisible by 5, which is the only factor of 25. It's 1, 5 and 25. So now we will have to multiply and then divide it by 25. So now what we will start is just multiplying 21 and 37. I don't have much space. I'll do it up here. So 21, 37. Now 7 times 1 is 7, 7 times 2 is 14, put a 0. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 2 is 6. So that gives us, we add these to get 7, we add these to get 7, we add these to get 7. 777 over 25. Now there is a trick for dividing numbers by 5. You will multiply a number by 2 and then divide it by 10. This is the trick. So we multiply this by 2. So 7 times 2 is 14. We carry the 1. Now this will become 15. We put a 5 and carry the 1. And this will again become 15. We cannot carry, so it becomes 15. This, we put decimal point and we turn this into a 5. Now we will divide this by 5 again. This 0.4, when you divide it, becomes when you multiply it by 2, it becomes 8. This will become a 0 carrying a 1. this will become a 1 carrying a 1, and then this one, it will become a 3. So now we move the decimal point this side, and that gives us this. The answer is 31.08. I will just move this 8 because it's a little bit far. And yeah, this is our answer. Now, I already mentioned earlier, I'm going to be showing some tricks over here. So now there are 2 tricks. Then the 2 numbers end in zeros. This is 60%, which ends in a 0, and this is 70, which ends in a 0. So when you have 2 numbers like this, you just cancel out 1 0 from each. Cancel this out, and you can multiply these 2. And that actually gives you the answer. So you have 6, you can multiply this by 7. This gives you the answer. So 6 times 7 is 42. So this is our answer. Now we have to figure out this. This is another trick. What is 196% of 150? Now in this one, the thing is 196, not so easy. And you will have to figure it out. It might take you some time. But the trick is 150. That sounds simple, right? So that's the thing. Percentages are interchangeable. Remember how I told you that 1%, 1% is equal to 0.01? Yeah, 0.01 is just 1 over 100. So this question can be rewritten as P multiplied by, means just P times 1 over 100. So just P over 100. And this is multiplied by this, which is the N. You can actually swap these 2. Yeah, you can swap them. So this is the exact same as N over 100 times P. Because multiplication, when you multiply 2 numbers, you can swap them around. So this is actually the exact same thing, because it's not really N over 100, it is N times P over 100, because these are the exact same thing. That's just how multiplication works. So instead of doing P times N, you can do N times P. So this is the same as 150% of 196. Now we can convert 150 into 1.5 using the decimal conversion, and 1.5 is just 1 plus a half. So now using this, we can find that 1 times 196 is just 196, and then a half times 196 is actually, let's just calculate this. 196 over 2. So 196 over 2. This is a 3, this is a 4, and wait, this is not a 4. What am I doing? Sorry. Yeah, this is a 9 and this is an 8, so it's 98. Sorry about that. So we have 196 plus 98. So 8 and 6 makes 14 with 1 carry. 9 plus 9 makes 18 with that 1 carry, it's 9. And then there's just 1 carry and this 1, so that's 294 as our final answer. So this is the answer. It would have been much harder if we multiplied and did all that, but this just made it very easy. So now here's the test. You know the drill. You have to give me the answers for these questions in the comment section, and I will give you feedback. So the questions are, what is 462% of 500? The second question is, what is 34% of 56? And the third question is, what is 90% of 160? Two of these questions use the 2 tricks, and then there's one question where you just have to use a normal formula. So now, the next episode, episode 17, it is about ratio and proportion, and it comes out this Friday, being the 19th of September 2025. Thanks for watching.